Hello Neowin, it's Tim Sheeser here again, and I have with me today the Asus Transformer Pad 300. The new, of course, transformer in Asus's highly rated line. The pad I actually have here today is, of course, 10.1 inches, like most of the Asus transformer line. It's very similar to the Asus Transformer Prime in that inside it has the NVIDIA Tegra 3 processor coming in at 1.5 GHz across all 4 cores, and of course the 12-core GPU that's all inside here. There is a 10.1 inch IPS LCD on this, which is very nice to use. The Prime does have a Super IPS display, which is one of the few differences between this pad and the $100 more expensive Prime. You also notice here that the shell is plastic. That's one of the main differences. They decided that aluminium, which was causing problems in the Prime, was not suitable for their slightly lower end tablet here. Inside there's also 1 GB of RAM, and you'll find either 16 or 32 GB of onboard storage. There is a micro SD port. I don't know if you can see it, but it is there. You can also add, of course, up to 32 GB of other storage through your micro SD card. It's running Ice Cream Sandwich, Android 4.0, and it has a few customizations done by Asus. You see there's a couple of Asus widgets. You'll see this My Zine thing. You'll see we've got weather, location, mail and stuff like that, but mostly throughout the rest of the operating system you get stock Ice Cream Sandwich. For example, if I go into Gmail, you know, that's stock. If I go into Calendar, you know, things like that are stock, which is very nice to see. I love stock Android. So it's really impressive to see that they haven't done too much to the software here. There are a couple of apps that they have included, such as Supernote. Here you can do things... has it crashed on me? No? Here we go. Yeah, you can say draw stuff and it puts little notes, you know, that sort of thing. It's not as good as I've seen on as phones such as the Samsung Galaxy Note, which has a little pen that you can do writing on. But you know, that sort of thing is there. It also comes with Asus's App Vibe Center. I'm not really sure if that's any good. I mean, the book selection is pretty terrible, to be honest, and the cloud storage is not as robust as I've seen with, say, SkyDrive or anything like that. So, you know, it's there. You don't have to use it. Of course, design-wise, I mentioned before that this is a plastic shell. It does have quite a bit of flex. I'm not sure if you can hear that, but it does flex quite a bit. You might see this on the screen, but you'll see there's little artifacts on the side there when I flex it. The tablet does come in at 9.9mm thin. It's not as thin as the Transformer Prime at 8.6mm, and this weighs about 50 grams more, which is noticeable, mind you. Yeah, I do appreciate the what they've done here on the back in terms of the plastic. You've got this corrugation thing. It looks like metal from afar. When you get closer, you realize that it is in fact plastic. You've got a nice Asus logo there. All these things do help keep the price down. Of course, you notice there is only one speaker on the back here, on the side. I was disappointed to see they didn't include two, but I guess that's what you get. There's also an 8-megapixel rear camera at the top here. On the front, you have a 1.2 megapixel front-facing camera at the top. You've got a couple of sensors and stuff. And of course, on the bottom is the docking connector for the keyboard dock, which I'll show you briefly. Performance-wise, you will be very happy with what you see in the Tegra 3 department here. It's very smooth. It's generally great to use. So here's their global demo thing. You see the great graphics capabilities here. And you would have noticed the very powerful rear speaker. It's actually quite good for a rear speaker on a tablet. It's quite loud. You should be able to play all your favorite movies. Again, if you check out the full review, you'll see that I've rated it quite highly in terms of video playback. It does seem to play back every format I throw at it. So it's a great little media tablet that you get here with the Transformer Pad 300. Again, a bit disappointed with the plastic flex here. It doesn't feel as solid as the Transformer Prime with its aluminium. Again, you get no connectivity problems though, which is a bonus. In terms of the camera, it's very average. Yeah, I was a bit disappointed with the camera, to be honest, but oh well, it's a tablet. It's not exactly like you're going to be using this to take photos very often. I mean, seriously, it's a tablet. You look a bit like an idiot if you take photos on a tablet. Yeah, I guess I'll show you the keyboard dock, which is this. Because you've got your row of keyboard keys here, you've got a row of special keys that do different things like control the brightness, control media playback and all that. There's an extra battery in here which increases the 8-hour battery life of the tablet to 15 hours. And when you plug it in, it's pretty simple. There's a little arrow that helps you put it in. So you just push in, it's connected, and it makes a noise to let you know that you have connected it. It's really quite easy to type on. And it's one of the better accessories. I do recommend that if you pick up this tablet that you spend the extra $100 on the bundle and get the keyboard dock, because it really makes it a very robust machine. You'll see that there is a trackpad and everything down the bottom, and that allows you to do heaps of things. It's really good if you're, say, typing up documents or emails to use the keyboard dock, and of course the extra battery life really helps out things. You can of course shut it and open it. It's really very easy to do that. There's a little slider thing here. You simply slide and take it out. You still have to use the power button on the top to turn the display on and off. Not really a big deal. The only thing I am disappointed with the keyboard dock is that it does add quite a bit of heft. That is more than 2 centimeters thick there, so 20 millimeters, and it is quite a heavy system when the two things are included. So I would have loved to see a much slimmer keyboard dock, but I suppose to get the extra battery in there, that is one of the trade-offs that must be made. Generally speaking though, I really do like this tablet. I currently use an Acer Iconia tab as my own tablet, and the display of this is simply, it's generally much better. I mean, it's very crisp display. You can give or take the rear camera, to be honest. I mean, these are some of the shots I've taken. This one's probably the best, but really the rest of them, it's fairly average. Again, the screen is really good, and there is the powerful rear speaker. It's a very good addition, and of course it is so speedy. I mean, Tegra 3 is just blows everything away. I mean, you're not going to find any sort of performance lag. All the games that you want to play will play perfectly fine on here. Also on the keyboard dock, which I forgot to mention, you get a USB port here. It's in by a little thing. See there is a USB port, and there's an SD card slot here. So yeah, you can enhance your media capabilities by using those two things. So not only would you get either 16 or 32 gig of onboard storage, there's also the micro SD card slot on the side. There's also HDMI in case you need that. We also get the SD card and the USB port, so it's very robust for media. Fortunately, I'm running out of time here on my video, so that'll be it for my quick look at the Asus Transformer Pad 300. As always, check out the full written review on Neowin.net. Of course, subscribe to this YouTube channel for more reviews, and if you need any questions, please feel free to follow me on my Twitter @ScorpusV. Thanks guys, and have a great afternoon.